Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
If you look at the top, we have some new names coming. You look at the bowling, the nucleus is settled. But in the middle, that one slot, Zaheer, that India have been sort of hunting for a while, is that someone who's close to a 50-50 all-rounder. And in Hardik Pandya, when he bowls, they've obviously found that. And the way he's played in this series, the way he's played in the IPL, I think that will be one of the big pluses for Team India.
Absolutely, and we did touch upon this. I did touch upon this beginning of the series, where my player to watch out for from this series was Hardik. Purely because now once the IPL is over, he was coming off the high as well of winning the trophy. He was in a different role. He was in a leadership role. So all those things were going to matter, and the next milestone for him also, or the next target, the next ambition, the motivation is going to come from the World Cups. And he himself has been very vocal about those. He wants to win cups. World Cup is one of the thing on his agenda. So his focus also is going to be getting ready for that big one. And from that point of view, the start has been phenomenal. This was important for the Indian team as well, that he plans things around this. Rahul Dravid was also very, very clear about keeping it very open channel of communication with him. We've seen it in Sri Lanka series as well, and then the World Cup followed after the IPL, which was in November, if I'm not mistaken. So around that time, there were a lot of concerns. So he has seen, he has understood, he has analyzed what it's going to require of him. He understands the team's needs, which is the big positive. So we hope from Indian team's point of view that he stays on this path and really charts his course towards that big one in Australia.
Yeah, certainly that's going to be the big positive to take forward, because you mentioned, Joy, about his role as a sixth bowler, and it's a very clear-cut role. There were days when spinners were going well, 5 bowlers doing well. It's not that you have to chuck the ball to him, but when he's needed, he could give you 1, he could give you 2, he could give you 4.
Exactly, he could give you 4, and that's the important thing. It's not that he can sneak in 2. On a good day, with a good track, with the conditions suiting him, he could give you 4. And in Australia, those days are more likely to happen than they happen in the subcontinent. Look, the other thing I'm going to tell you about Hardik is the biggest thing about players, the biggest ability of players, the biggest superpower of great players is their ability to change. What do I mean by that? Sachin Tendulkar goes to Sydney, not getting a run in Australia in that year, if you remember, and just cuts out driving. Just not a single cover drive, scores the double century, unbeaten double century. Okay. Virat Kohli, how he changes his game from 2008 young brash under-19 captain to what Virat became 2015, 16, 17, the 70 international hundreds. He changed his game totally. He changed the way he looked at it. One of the great things about Hardik is the way his ability to change, and from being this ebullient. So when you look at Hardik and you describe him 5 years before, you'd say firecracker, explosive. These are the words that come. So the same player who you're describing explosive 5 years back, you're describing now as what amazing calmness. And the beauty of it is he hasn't lost his explosiveness. All he's done is he's added some calmness to it, and he's added what Zach would describe as situational awareness. That, okay, I'm here, this is what needs to be done. And I think that is so special. Players who are great players, they transcend themselves and they change. And you see their careers, you say, this is phase 1 of their career, this is phase 2, this is phase 3. And you look at these phases and they're very different players throughout. And I think Hardik is in a very different phase of his career as he was maybe 3-4 years back.
One more opportunity that we can see in that Irish squad, not the Irish squad, the India squad, to Ireland Joy, is Hardik Pandya, not the batsman, not the bowler, but Hardik the captain. In a year when he's led a franchise, a brand new franchise, to the trophy, it's only 2 matches. He knows it's only 2, but how much can he glean? How much can he take out from those 2 matches?
I think he'll take out a lot. The first and foremost thing is, no matter how many matches we captain India, to captain India is a great honor. It's something that he'll take, and given that he's had a up journey there, but he's had his ups and downs as well. It's not always been very straightforward, and therefore I think, given injury, given all the controversy, I think he really enjoyed the fact that he's going out to toss as India captain. It's a dream. When players dream, they don't dream they're going to be IPL franchise captains. Maybe they will in 15 years' time. But even now, the players who are playing for India always dream they'll captain India. They'll walk out there and captain India. And so I think it's a big thing for him. He will just want to put his hand up, do the deed, and show that, I'm excellent, I've done what I've done well. And the fact of it is that sometimes that captaincy may never return to you. Gautam Gambhir is a great example. Won series 5-0, and the incumbent captain came back, he went out. Ajinkya Rahane is another example of that. So I think Hardik will not raise his hopes. He'll just say, let me do my job, let me win these 2 matches, let me run it well, and then who knows what happens in the future.
But also he will feel it's almost a vindication of the season that's happened in the IPL, because it's not just, okay, here's a 15-member squad, who can be, okay, fine, there's no Rohit, there's no Rishabh, let's just make somebody captain. It's obviously a reward for the fact that he's shown and demonstrated his leadership qualities in Gujarat.
Absolutely, there is no doubt about it. We've been mentioning this through and through, but Joyda is absolutely right in saying that leading your country is the highest honor for any cricketer. So you just got to cherish that moment and you got to enjoy that, rather than thinking about what's coming next and all that. Leading your country is something special, and I'm sure that's how he will also be looking at it. Not overcomplicating it, not thinking about how can I be here for long term and all those kind of things. Those things has its own time and place. But I think right now he's just going to cherish the moment of leading Team India.